Being the cycle breaker sounds powerful until you realize power can feel lonely. You're the one saying this stops with me, the one choosing healing over habit, the one walking away from what everyone else learned to survive in. And somehow, breaking the cycle can break your heart too. Okay? Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Gina. Today, we're talking about something that doesn't get enough honesty attached to it. The heartbreak that comes with being the cycle breaker. Because people love to celebrate growth, but rarely talk about the grief that comes with it. Okay? Breaking cycles isn't just healing, it's separating. It's mourning versions of yourself, okay? You better cry about them older versions. Don't forget it. But take the time out and be like, you know what? I grew from this. It's realizing love taught you survival before it taught you safety, okay? I know y'all felt it. So I'm going to say it again. It's realizing love taught you survival before it taught you safety. And when you become the one who chooses differently, everything around you starts to shift like furniture in the dark room. Okay. Think about you moving and you got all your stuff in that U-Haul truck. Okay. And you hit that little speed bump. And now everything is out of place. But mind you, even though everything is out of place, it's still in the truck. You ain't lose nothing. Okay. Maybe something that was up high, you had to lower that to pick up something new. You know what I'm saying? A cycle breaker is the person who decides, I don't want chaos to feel normal anymore. Okay. I don't want pain disguised as love no longer. I don't want to repeat what hurt me. Okay. You become the interruption in a family pattern, relationship pattern, or an emotional pattern. But here is the hidden cost that no one wants to talk about. You don't just lose unhealthy habits. You sometimes lose the comfort. You know what I'm saying? You get so comfortable. Mind you, if you grew up in this, if you saw this and you just like, wait a minute. So you telling me this whole time this was nothing but toxic traits? It's okay. Trying to get away from comfort, it is one of the most uncomfortable things, okay? Because you no longer feel safe. You don't know what's coming next. And now you're second guessing you. Hey, we can just sit here and do things like we always have. But if you continue going down that same path that you've been on your entire life, not to be funny, but look at your life now. By you going down that same path, are you growing? Are you seeing things differently, or is everything the same? You know what I'm saying? Like you just watching a little rerun. It was funny and then it made you cry, but guess what? You always know what happens at the end, what the next part is. How about we try something different where you have faith and you just like, you know what? I don't know what's going to happen next, but it's okay. God got me always. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to let go of the comfort, mind you. I'm still working on that myself. Okay. You start to lose people who benefited from the old version of you. Okay. Now that one is the ticker right there. Because when you sit here and you look at the people that you surround yourself around, or the people that you talk to here and there, and as soon as you turn into a good little new version of you, now everyone's busy or no one can talk. It's okay. It don't got nothing to do with you. Okay. You sitting here trying to grow, and sometimes You could be around people that, they didn't make it yet. I said yet because just because you're on your path, don't make it seem like, you know what, I can't rock with you like that because you're not on my level. You better stop. I told y'all about that. You better be humble. You forget to be humble, God gonna show you in 2.5. So never sit here and look down on someone else because you're at another level. Because don't forget, you were down there at that level. Anybody do you wrong? Even if someone did do you wrong, that starts to tie into your character. Don't be like other people. Don't be what broke you. Okay? Don't be what hurt your feelings. You were better. Okay? Cycle breaking is like cleaning out a closet and realizing some of your favorite things no longer fit. They no longer fit. Okay? When you're sitting here and you're growing in this new version of you, some of the things that excited you before or made you happy, not to be funny, you can even sit here and start to look at that as disgust. And that's fine because it's like, you know what? Where I was in my life at that time, it made sense. But now that's nothing but a disruption in terms of where I'm trying to go. And that is okay. Heartbreak unaware of. Are y'all ready for this? You see things differently now. Things you once tolerated now feel heavy. You can't unknown what healing taught you, okay? You can't unknow what healing taught you. Now, conversations feel different. Now, relationships feel different. Even the silence feels louder. Think about that real quick. Even the silence feels louder. That's just the ticket right there. How is silence louder than the noise? Because now you're able to sit here and realize what that silence actually is. Just because somebody's quiet, no, you start to look in deeper. So you know more than before. Now, if you know, move forward with the knowledge that you have now. You can't sit here and say, you know what, I know I'm going to do better just in a situation. No, if you're going to do better, you need to do better fully, 100%. Not part time until you get your way, not part time until the sun comes out. No, you do better in that storm. You do better in that rain. You do better when everything is falling apart. Because I feel like when you're sitting here and you're still continuing to grow, when you don't know the next move, you don't have anything, you don't have anyone, it's just you. That's when you really get in tune. When you be in it by yourself and you take that time out to sit here and pray, you are automatically turning into a different version. One of the best versions of you. I feel like the start is always the best because you go in and you're unsure. But with God, you're sitting here choosing to continue, even though you don't know what is going on. You just like, you know what, Lord, you will not forsake me. You will never leave me. As long as my faith is all in with you. I don't know where I'm going. It's pretty dark, but I trust you. So you just got to stick with it. Don't sit here and start and then you get scared and you get nervous and you stop because you got to start that process all over again, okay? You better pray about it, like I told y'all. Before you make any move in life, you better take the time out to sit here and pray, okay? You are no longer being understood due to the increased growth. And it really be like that. Some people only knew how to love the version of you that stayed quiet. I'm going to say this again because this is for me. Some people only knew how to love the version of you that stayed quiet. Yeah, anybody could love somebody that's not going to talk. But when you start setting boundaries and you're just like, you know what? I'm still trying to figure out who I am. But I know whatever this was, or whatever you said, or this made me feel some type of way. I just want to let you know we can't do this no more. You can't do that. I can't be around this. And then when you start talking more, people look at you like you crazy. Like, how dare you? No, ain't no how dare you. How dare me not do this sooner? But don't even think about it took me a good little minute. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. As soon as you figure it out, you better keep moving in that direction, okay? The healed version of you asks a ton of questions. I love asking questions because it has to make sense. If you're telling me something, how does that work for the end goal? If that doesn't make sense to me, maybe it is correct, but I need you to explain it, okay? You need to set boundaries. I wish y'all understood. I never knew that boundaries were a thing. Mind you, I'm saying a lot about me. I never knew what boundaries were. And now that I've set them, people looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, what? What? Yeah, you heard me, okay? You better set them boundaries now. In certain situations, you have to know when to leave when it's necessary. Saw those 2 points? Leave and necessary. Mind you, I didn't sit here and just say leave when it get hard. No. You better use your discernment and know when to leave when it's necessary. Sometimes stay when it's necessary. Necessary is in both. You better use that discernment to figure out when to leave or stay. And not everyone celebrates this, okay? You have to be okay with some people looking at you like you crazy, like, wow, that's a waste of time. Wow, it's gonna take you forever. And then just kindly say, you know what, you might be right, but I'm not gonna stop though. I love this version of me that I'm growing into. And I got God on my side. So we chilling, okay? I might cry a little here and there, but it's okay. I'm not going to stop though. Here we go. Healing can make you feel alone, okay? There's a strange loneliness in becoming healthier. You start realizing I can't go back to who I was, but I don't fully know who I'm becoming yet. The bridge feels like standing on old pain and new peace, okay? This bridge feels like standing on old pain and new peace. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Y'all better get ready for them tears, okay? I'm breaking everything down. You can come across tears and your little grief time when you think about the childhood you wish you had, okay? The love you wish was healthier, the person you had to become to survive. Okay. I have to say that again. The person you had to become to survive. When you sit here and really look at the things that, you could have said, you could have done in life, I get so mad at myself because I think about it like, where were you in life to do the things and say the things that you've said? But you got to understand, in order to be in that new version of you, you have to allow all of the bad things. They have to happen because how are you going to grow if you didn't mess up? Okay? Some relationships can't come with you, unfortunately. And mind you, y'all probably just thinking I'm talking about an actual relationship. No. I could be talking about family. I could be talking about friends. It could be anybody. A relationship is not just strictly the relationship, okay? Healing isn't just blooming. Sometimes healing looks like shedding bark from a tree that outgrew a storm, okay? And we know what that looked like. But you want to know the best part about it? Even though that tree looks the way it does, it made it. Okay? You can rebuild yourself up. I would rather you be here than not be here or let the moment pass by and you in the midst of a shoulda, coulda, woulda. Through it all, even in the mess, okay? Ask yourself this: what cycle am I refusing to continue? What version of me is uncomfortable but necessary? What heartbreak is actually proof of growth? Because sometimes heartbreak isn't punishment. Sometimes heartbreak is proof you finally choose you. Okay? If you're the cycle breaker, what I'm going through, I want you to know this. And mind you, I really need y'all to hear this because I tell myself this all the time. Let's get into it. You are not difficult, okay? You are not too sensitive. You are not ruining relationships by wanting better, okay? You are rebuilding what should have been safe from the beginning. Affirmations, okay? Repeat after me. I can honor my past without repeating it. I am allowed to choose peace over patterns. Healing may feel lonely, but I am not alone. Breaking cycles does not make me selfish. Breaking cycles does not make me selfish. I am creating a softer future for myself, okay? Gina is a space for real stories, real growth, real emotions, and real breakthroughs, okay? If you like to share your experience, you know what I'm saying? Like become a guest, let's collaborate, or just connecting, I would love to hear from you, okay? Visit theomgina.com. Let's get into the next episode, okay? Mind you, this entire episode, healing in silence will build strength, but healing together builds a community. Alrighty, y'all. I will talk to y'all later.